Clippers oak leaf hydrangea. It sold out last year. In fact, we only ever presented it one time in March. It sold out in its debut. We just got it back in stock. We do not have an unlimited supply, and you'll see why in a minute. We're going to send you a really big plant. So here it is, only order of the year. You might be one of the last people to grab it in 2020. Get it home for 6 easy payments of $4.61. Devin, when we were preparing for this show, you said that this particular hydrangea was super hot. Why is that?
Well, this hydrangea is my favorite of all of the hydrangeas.
Really?
You know, when a gardener hears the word hydrangea, it's like ding, ding, ding. The dinner bell is ringing. It perks everyone's ears up because hydrangeas are some of the most spectacular shrubs that you can put in the garden. But many of us are familiar primarily with the mophead hydrangeas, which are beautiful, but many times they're not able to handle the winter weather.
Right.
They need a lot of watering all summer long, or else they droop to, you know, to pretty much to death, unfortunately. But what we have here with this Ruby Slippers oak leaf hydrangea is, for one, it is a hydrangea with the coolest foliage you've ever seen. Look at this beautiful foliage. It looks like the foliage on your oak trees.
Yeah.
Isn't that gorgeous? It's even larger than the foliage on oak trees.
I was going to say, it's like oak leaf shape, but much bigger leaves. I mean, look, these are like dinner plate size leaves.
They're beautiful, and not only are they gorgeous now, but as the seasons mature, these will take on the autumnal hues like all of your deciduous trees and shrubs. That's what we love about this. I've never seen a hydrangea that has, you know, blazing golds and oranges and mahoganies in autumn, but this one does.
Okay, tell me about the color of the flowers, because I'm sure there's people sitting at home right now, they're like, wait, I don't get it. Is it white? Is it pink? Is it red? What do I have to do?
Yes. Well, this is a really cool feature, actually, because this is a hydrangea that it doesn't matter the pH of your soil. You're all going to have the same beautiful flowers. Now, the oak leaf hydrangea will be the first hydrangea blooming in your garden about a month before those mophead hydrangeas. And the flowers, they start off as this gorgeous, creamy, kind of frosting white. And then as the summer turns into fall, they take on the pink tones, and eventually they look like ruby red slippers on your hydrangea.
Which you can actually see right there, right after the season.
Exactly. You can even cut them off at the end of the season, dry them, and my Uncle Eric has had these dried hydrangea flowers for like 3 years.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Yeah.
But the other thing that I love about this collection is look at what you're getting in the mail. Look at this. This is a beautiful plant delivered right to your doorstep.
That is big.
It is big.
So, okay, I mean, you're probably thinking, well, good, I want a big plant. But that actually really, really matters when it comes to like predicting the success of the plant, right?
Yes, absolutely. You know, when you're starting with a fresh, healthy, large, plump plant like this is going to help ensure your satisfaction and just the way that your plants will grow right from day one. And with this oak leaf hydrangea, what you're seeing out in front of us, this is a fully matured oak leaf hydrangea. Sometimes, you know, you'll see hydrangeas that get, you know, 8, 10 foot tall.
So this isn't going to be like,
this is perfectly compact.
Keep going out this way. Like, this is as big as it'll get?
This is about, after this third season, going from here to this beautiful plant. They only reach about 4 foot tall and 4 foot wide.
It's good for planting, actually.
It's great.
So if you feel like you want more, get more than one, but just know you're not limited by a smaller space. When it comes to hydrangea, you can just get this one.
Yes, and look at those beautiful flowers. These will start flowering in mid-June, that creamy white color, and they will continue to flower all the way until the frost, which is around October or November. And so imagine planting just a beautiful line of these along the perimeter of the back of your garden. Maybe try growing 3 or 4 or 5 of these, and you can create a beautiful hedge of these terrific hydrangeas that are exceptionally drought tolerant. That is not a term that many people will associate with hydrangea, but these are so easy to grow. You can grow them in the full sun or in the shade. So they're super versatile.
That's actually really amazing. So what we're seeing right here is towards the beginning of the season where it's just this beautiful white hydrangea, and then it just starts morphing.
Yes, it is the perfect shrub because it has this beautiful mounded shape about its habit. So you can imagine putting this along the foundation of your home because it's not going to grow super tall. It's not going to block out your windows. Or imagine having it in your shrub border. A lot of gardens here in Pennsylvania will have kind of a line of you know, pine trees or conifers in the back of their garden. Imagine putting a line of these just in front of them, looking out from your living room window, seeing these babies in bloom from June to the frost.
Okay. If you want to see these babies in bloom, though, you can't wait because over 1,000 have just been ordered, and this is our only order of the year. We've only ever presented this one time, and it was last year, and it sold out in its debut. It was a presentation and done for the season. We've brought it back. This could be your only opportunity to get it. So now this is, as the season progresses, now it's this soft pink.
Yes, that would be around September, and then this is at the end of the season. That's why they call them ruby slippers, because the flowers look like beautiful rubies, just kind of, I don't know actually why they call it slippers. I've been trying to wrap my head around that.
Well, maybe because it's like a slipper shape.
It's kind of like a slipper shape.
I mean,
okay,
it's not really, but like it's not a big mop head though either. It's
I think they were just trying to be creative and cool.
Yeah.
And I guess it sort of worked. What they did do fantastically.
Plant them with your yellow brick road, like right along your yellow brick road.
Exactly, yes. So these were actually
really cool.
bred by our friends out in Minnesota. So if that is a testament to how winter hardy these can grow, you know, here in Pennsylvania, these have no problem with the winters here.
I have a question for you. If I go out to my local, say, I won't even say hardware store, because you know they always have some plants too. But let's say I go to like a nice garden center. Will I find this hydrangea there?
You will not find the ruby slippers. The ruby slippers, we have been working on getting this to bring to you guys here for the last 3 years.
So basically, whatever that the grower is growing, right, from Minnesota where it was bred, you're getting all of it. So there's no opportunity really to find this anywhere.
Because we have their phone numbers on speed dial, and we're like,
you know what?
we want the good stuff for our customers right now before everyone else can get it.
I say this every show because I always think it's so important. If you're sitting at home, you understand why you would buy plants over the television, because you're looking at a 4th generation Wallene. For 4 generations, they have been developing relationships with these growers. I mean, some of your grandparents worked with the people that you work now, their grandparents.
And we all know in life, connections is what makes the world go round.
So you really do get beautiful things that you can't find anywhere else, and you get them at values that even if you could, they would cost so much more. This hydrangea you get home on Easy Pay for $4.61 with free shipping and handling. It's an amazing situation.
And look at what you get delivered right to your door. This is the best opportunity. Get 3 or 4 or 5 of these. Imagine lining the sides of your driveway with them. Having, you know, if you have kind of a nosy neighbor, and maybe you have a fence there, well, make that fence even prettier by planting these all along your fence.
Hydrangeas make good neighbors.
Hydrangeas make better neighbors.
So apparently, you all are really listening to him and taking his advice, because tons of people are picking up more than one. Over 1,500 have now been ordered. So I said 1,000 just a moment ago. It is now 1,500. This is our only order of the year. We showed these one time last year, and they immediately sold out. So thrilled we have them back. But again, this is coming from one location. We can't call up tomorrow and ask for 10,000 more. Like, what we have now is all we have. So they really are beautiful. I like that they're not too big. I think it's nice to have a variety of sizes.
They stay beautifully compact. They only grow around 4 feet tall and wide. So this is a hydrangea for gardens of all shapes and sizes. If you have only a container
2,000 now ordered.
Awesome.
500 more in like 30 seconds.
Yes, you know, our customers at QVC, they know the good stuff comes early and it exits before we do. So if you have the opportunity, get 3 or 4 of these, plant these together, make a beautiful row of these in your garden, or dot them around the garden. I love seeing them kind of one here in the front of the garden, one in the back of the garden, one in the side of the garden. And when you have those, you know, in 3s especially, that helps create a beautiful harmony in the garden. And look how the colors of the flowers start to take on those beautiful pink tones.
You don't care if I pick a leaf, do you?
Not at
Just
all.
one leaf? If I can. Boy, these are actually really strong. Maybe I can't pick leaf. Oh, okay, I did. I had to like really dig my fingernail in there. Here's the reason I picked one of these beautiful leaves, is because I wanted to show you it's not a really big hydrangea, but the flowers are enormous. The leaves are even bigger. They're really, my kids could play peekaboo with this. It's so pretty, right? So I mean, the flowers are great, but like, this is one leaf on a plant that's not going to get extremely large. That's pretty cool.
That's what makes all the difference. Anyone could have any old humdrum
Like my producer just said in my ear, Brian, be quiet. He just said to me, you're trying to talk and I hear, technically you could have done that without taking off the leaf. I know, but they had a few to spare, Brian.
That's perspective. You know, this is what creates, you go from a ho-hum hydrangea to something spectacular with foliage that looks this beautiful, foliage that will start to take on beautiful
I have to hide from my producer now.
And mahogany. Good thing your foliage is nice and large. It can do that. And it will turn colors like the leaves on your deciduous trees in fall. So your whole plant is like season after season after season of interest.
Okay, so you know how I had said 500, 1,000, 1,500? About 3,000 have just been ordered.
Lucky
This is our
gardeners,
only
good for
order of the
you.
season. We are now reaching that tipping point where I can say over half of what we have for the entire year is gone. We brought in more this year than we got last year. Last year in one presentation, it disappeared. That could actually happen in this presentation with more coming in.
Honestly,
so
I wouldn't be surprised if that did happen.
Yeah.
Because this
Well, you
is
predicted it. Yeah.
Well, this is such a beautiful hydrangea. Imagine, this is a hydrangea that can handle droughts. So not like those mop-head hydrangeas that wilt at the first sign of July summer sun. Not this one. They can be planted in the full sun all the way down to the part shade. It stays beautiful and compact. It's the first hydrangea to bloom in the garden, and it is probably the last one to remain in bloom. So
Okay.
this is like everything you want out
I
of a
want to
plant.
ask you something we were talking about before, and I don't even know. I don't know the answer to this. What do I need to know about pruning these?
Okay, great question. So my uncle, at the end of the season in, I would say December, after your flowers have finished, go out, you can cut them right off of your plant. That is the time to do it. Prune them in the fall, and you can keep the old flowers. He actually sprayed these with hairspray, so they have this kind of really sheeny, crispy kind of texture about
Yeah,
them.
it keeps them longer.
Yeah, but everything that you really need to know, every order comes with one of these growing guides, which I personally hand wrote every single one. So I know they're chock full of pertinent, wonderful information. Yes, I love to brag about it because they take me many hours and much years of experience.
You're taking all kinds of flack from your sister. I'm getting it from my producer. What's happening?
All right, let's go have our own show.
No, I need my producer. We
I
probably
need my
need your
sister,
sister
too.
too. Exactly. All right, those are going really quickly. Coming up in about 10 minutes.